What's going on, Affected? It's Wolf the Quarantine, and I have another unboxing for you today. Now, these games are, of course, by no means new. These are just some expansions for Firefly that I recently picked up. I've been having a hell of a time finding, especially these two big box. Pardon me, Kalidasa, I don't know, this one, and Blue Sun. I have not been able to find, and every time, which as of this video airing, whenever I wind up scheduling it to air, things may have changed, but at the time, or around the time of me airing this video, these expansions were stupid difficult to find, and when you found them, they were like 60, 70 bucks. The MSRP on it's like 40 bucks. So my local shop was able to get both of these in and sold them. I bought them for standard MSRP. So I went ahead and picked them up, and I'm just going to do an unboxing. Now these will be fairly quick unboxings. I'm not going to go through all the cards and stuff just because this is 3 expansions. The only other expansion that I have for Firefly is, was it Breaking Atmo? Just because I couldn't find all the other ones. Now, these are all of the expansions except for, of course, the ship upgrades, which I don't know if I'm going to get. And there's one that I'm going to be ordering where Crime and Punishment, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's called. So I don't know what those tokens are. That's interesting. So this, I also am thinking about getting the big box crate to be able to hold all the expansions for Firefly. Now, I really, really like Firefly. It doesn't come out as often as I'd like because I'm a big sci-fi nut, but everybody always wants to play, when they want to play a pick up and deliver game, they always want to play Wasteland Delivery Service, which, in my opinion, Firefly and Wasteland Delivery Service are very similar games. They feel almost, not really almost identical, because they really don't, but they feel very similar. I just like Firefly better, even though I wasn't a huge fan of the IP, and I know, please don't unsubscribe. I'm not a huge fan of Firefly, but I like this space sci-fi kind of spaghetti western all mixed together. So it looks like we have some new cards here. So we have some new solo play, which is also good. And we have new scenarios, so neato. That's always welcome. We got more cards, and this is pretty much all I'm going to do, is I'm just going to show you how many cards comes with it. Looks like, ooh, there's rim space cards, yeah, so I guess for that, neat. And of course, the rulebook that comes with it, and 2 new Reaver ships, which are cool. I wonder if now you always move all of the Reavers, because in the base game the Reavers don't really seem to be too much of a threat. Very, very seldomly do people run into them. So there is Blue Sun. So let's put that over there. Now let's go into the one that I can't pronounce. Kalidasa? Kalidasa. There we go. Apparently I just can't read sideways, and I probably still mispronounce it. I know somebody's gonna probably correct me. Why can't I open the plastic? There we go. Alright. I got this. I was testing you guys. You passed. Congratulations. Oh my god, really? Is this how we're gonna pull this off in one small strip at a time? Alright. Because the 2 biggest expansions that I wanted were the 2 big box ones here, purely because they add the most content to the game, from what I understand. But more of these tokens. What are those? Am I forgetting what those are? Let's see. Place over the harvest sector border space. Add Magistrate Higgins to the game. Interesting. Okay. And we got us another board. But yeah, no, what I was saying earlier, if anybody has the, I think it's the broken token, One Hell of a Crate, I think is what it's called, that, there's some stuff under there, more stuff. If anybody's got the One Hell of a Crate expansion, or not expansion, box, if you could leave in the comment what you think about it, that'd be great, because I'm debating on picking that up once I get all of the other expansions. So, looks like we have 2 standards for all experience levels, and then 2 hour, 2 hour, 2 to 3 hour, all experience levels, all experience for experience friendly folk. So neat-o. And then we have another fuzz, so that's always welcome. Not, because I am usually a dirty, dirty smuggler. So we got a bunch of new cards. So it almost seems like it's probably between these two, probably doubling it, maybe 2.5 times the amount of cards, which is always welcome. So that means I'm obviously definitely going to have to throw out the insert for the base game. We have us a rule book, and then we have more of these cards. I think these are starting equipment cards. I don't remember. Like I said, it's been a while since I've gotten pulled this out to the table. So that's actually misleading. A second ago, that's how many cards it came with. So that is fancy. And anything under the insert? Of course. Alright, so let's throw that there, and let's go ahead and pick up the Pirates and Bounty Hunters. Also, if anybody's got all of the ship add-ons, the Artful Dodger and whatever the hell the other ones are, let me know in the comments what you think about them, if they're worth tracking down. They're not. I did manage to find them, I think, just on Amazon. Now, suddenly they're not impossible to find. I don't think they ever were. I think it was just these two big boxes that were really hard to find. But anyways, let me know in the description below if, or the doobly-doo, whatever you want to call it, but let me know if they're worth getting. I have a feeling like, I don't know, they almost feel like they would throw the balance of the game, whereas everybody starts identical, save for their crew. And this, now you have a ship that does something fancy, and that just seems like it might ruin the game, and everybody's always going to want to be those. And if you're playing a 4-player game, the person that's stuck with a Firefly class ship is basically going to be behind, and that's what I'm worried about. So we got some more fuel, more parts, cargo. I don't remember what these tokens are. I don't know what these are for, though. Interesting. So we got an interceptor and then the SS Wally. Interesting. Because that means somebody can be that? No? I don't remember. I don't actually know what this all adds. I've just been getting, because I like, whenever I have a game that I enjoy, I like to, even if I don't like using everything, I like to collect the expansions for it. So maybe the expansion grows on me. For example, I have Chaos in the Old World, one of my favorites. Phenomenal game. It's super out of print and never ever coming back into print. So we have PvP focused, all this. But either way, with Chaos in the Old World, never ever coming back into print unless somehow Games Workshop and Fantasy Flight ever get back together again. I hate the Hornrad expansion. I detest it. It ruins the balance of the game, in my opinion. Granted, I've only played 3 games of it, but the 3 games I've played, it was not nearly as fun as with just the 4 players. So yeah, it looks like we got these cool things here. But I still have the Hornrad expansion, and I can't bring myself to sell it, because even though it's out of print, I might be able to get a decent bit for it. But I like having a complete game. Even though I'll never ever use the Hornrad again, I like knowing that I have the complete game, so if I wind up deciding to play with it later. So that's the main reason why I've got all these. Even though I don't get to play it that often, I like to have a completed game. But we got more cards here. That's actually a lot of cards for one of the small box expansions. Anyways, that's my expansion for, my unboxing for the 3 expansions. The Pirates and Bounty Hunters, the Kalidasa, and the Blue Sun expansions for Firefly. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time in the quarantine.